back. Can you repeat after me real quick? I'm getting it all. Some of y'all don't believe that part right there. All back. You'll catch it in a minute. As we dive into it, we're in Amos chapter 9, verses 13 through 15. And as we read, we have it here. Yes, indeed, it won't be long now. God's decree. Yes, indeed. Half of you missed your place to shout. He said, it won't be long now. What it won't be long for? I'm getting my mind back. I'm getting my finances back. I'm losing my depression. I'm losing anxiety. It won't be long now. God's decree. Things are going to happen so fast, your head will swim. One thing fast on the heels of the other. You won't be able to keep up. Everything will be happening at once. And everywhere you look, blessings like wine pouring off mountains and hills. I'll make everything right again. Somebody shout again. Somebody shout again. I was once broke, but he gonna bless me again. Somebody shout again. I was lonely, but he brought somebody into my life again. Somebody shout again. For my people Israel. Here's the great part about it. They'll rebuild the ruined cities. They'll plant vineyards and drink good wine. Hallelujah for all my wine drinkers. It's from here to there. Forget you. Y'all know what I'm talking about. They'll work their gardens and eat fresh vegetables, and I'll plant them on their own land. They'll never again be uprooted from the land I'm giving them. God, your God, God, our God, God, my God, says so. You may be seated in the presence of the Father. I'm getting it all back, and I'm going to try to stay as calm as I can, but I'm going to let the Father do what he does. So, Father, as we go forth with this word, let it saturate our lives, let this seed falls on good ground, that it produces a good fruit within our lives. In your most holy name, we pray this said, amen. First and foremost, when I was reading this, I said, man, this is pretty dope. I really like how this is going. He said, yes, indeed, it won't be long now, God's decree. Things are going to happen so fast, your head will swim. One thing fast on the heels of the other. You won't be able to keep up. Everything will be happening at once. I'm getting it all back. This right here has a period after everything behind it. Here's the reason why. Because these are all of my topics for you today. So if you're going to take notes, you're welcome to take pictures of the screen, however you want to do it. I want to make sure that you get this so you can take it for this week. This first word, I'm, somebody shout I'm. Somebody say me. If you love me, say I love me. Some of y'all don't love yourself quite yet. I'm going to say it again. Let's say I'm me. I love me. Some of you don't know how to love yourself. And the problem that we have with that is how you're going to get something back and you don't even know who you are. Off the rip, that right there cut me deep. I don't even know who I am to know what I'm supposed to get. So I say I love this person, I give to this thing, I give to this person, and I invest, but I never get a return back on my investment because obviously I've missed something. Obviously I'm trying to do my own work. Obviously I've left myself out the will of God. So when he says, I got to give everything back to you, when he does give it back to us, we think it's wrong. There are some people we got to cut off. That's your first note for the day. Some people I got to cut off, and it may be family. Because it be your family that be the first ones to cut you down. From here to there, you may not believe it. Trust me on this one. That somebody's got a first cousin right now that they can't stand. But all of a sudden when they call, you seem so lovey-dovey, so happy, want to support them. As soon as they hang up their phone, be like, why did they even call me? There's some people you may have to get rid of. Why? Because they may be weighing you down from enjoying your blessing. How is it that every time I get something, it's like signal waves in the atmosphere go out and everybody start calling my phone. Hey, you got this. Hey, you got that. Hey, I heard you just got paid. Hey, I heard this just got. How does everybody know what I got going on? Now my blessing seems as a burden because I can't enjoy it. Could it be that I lost myself in other people? Could it be that I've invested myself into the wrong things and so now the return on my investment is heartbreak, headache, depression, anxiety for my 2019 sakes, being petty, angry, got to post something and throw shade on you real quick. It's something about the people that are in my circle that do not mean the best for me. Thank you, Rocco, in future. Keep them squares out your circle. I don't know if you remember the song. If you don't know who you are, you cannot receive the right things from the Father. Why? Because you can't handle it. You say you want love, but do you know how to love? You say you want to be a good husband, but can you be that husband? You say you want to be a good woman and a good wife, but can you really love him past this foolishness? Thank you. I know that firsthand. My wife will tell you some crazy stuff about me. I look saved, but I got some issues, and I've dealt with that. I've got some issues. I've got some problems. I think a little different, and sometimes I get mad at people for taking my parking spot at Walmart, knowing it wasn't mine from the beginning. Let you be in a rush, you got to park way in the back. Sometimes I park in the pickup spot. Them little orange areas right there on the side. And walk in like I'm finna go pick. I am picking something up from here to there. Forget you. We're bringing back to the word. Me. I have to recognize who he is for me first. That's your notes. That note number 2. I have to know who he is to me. Is he a provider? Is he a healer? Is he a father? Is he a resurrector? What is he to you? In order for him to give everything back to you that you rightfully deserve, you got to know who he is to you. Which means you got to accept the fact that you've lost some things. You got to accept the fact that there are some storms that weighed me down. You got to accept the fact that there are some people that hurt me, that they just may never come back and apologize to me. But I forgive them in their going and coming. You want to know why? Because I understand who he is in me. Number 2, getting. Somebody shout, getting. Getting. This word getting is when I was researching it. It says, it gave a connotation as to 2 people getting married. They said, do you take this man and woman? Do you take this man and man? Do you take this woman? To have and to hold. That is the definition of getting. To have and to hold. The thing that we have today, that's the biggest issue with getting, we don't know how to have and we don't know how to hold. We getting rid of stuff too quick. We don't want to be patient. Patience hurts like crazy. I don't know about you. But being patient with somebody else's foolishness, Lord, being patient with somebody's pettiness, being patient with somebody that you love and you don't really know if they love you, can cause you to think of some crazy things. I could boil some grits and put some butter in it, if y'all know what I mean. You love me, but I'm going to cook you these grits for all my grit lovers. I won't burn you. But you keep talking that same way, you're going to catch some of these grits. Anyway, let me get back to it. To have and to hold means there's something that the Father has in store for me. So I am sitting and waiting patiently for him to put it in my hand so I can have it and I can hold it. The issue that is today is the moment we get it, we may not be mature enough to keep it. And some of us are already in the position to get something that we're not mature enough to have. You say you want this relationship. You say you want these finances, but you can't even save $5. I'm preaching to myself. It's a reason why the Father says you're going to get it, but I can't let you have and hold it. Because you may mess it up. I say I want this type of relationship, but do I really know how to love her? And the reason why I can't love her, because I can't love me. Woo! That right there preach on itself. Do I really want this job? Am I ready to wake up every morning at 5 to be there by 7:30? Yeah. Woo! Yeah. Knowing I'm going to be late because I've been late to everything else. Am I really ready to possess the land? Am I ready to be the leader? Am I ready to be the lender and not the borrower? Some of us are comfortable borrowing. Some of us are comfortable asking and letting people be a crush. Some of us don't understand when he says, I'm going to give it to you. You're going to have this and hold it. Why is that so important? He said, because whatever I give you, it's got to multiply. Yeah. It's got to be in abundance. It's not just good now. It's got to be good now. It's got to be good tomorrow. It's got to be good forever. Okay, this is how he said it. He said, I'm the one that will be here now, today, and forever. If he's that way, why does my blessing got to fall short every time I get it? To get something, I got to be mature enough to have it. That's note number 3. Am I mature enough to get it? Because when he said all back, I don't want to go too far, but when he says I'm going all the way back, that's from grandmama, granddaddy, great-grandmama, and great-granddaddy. Can you handle even their blessings? All right. Can you save enough for your children and your grandchildren? Can you save enough, not just for them, but for yourself for 2020? Right. Woo! That right there, preach on his own. This word it, here it is. I know I gave you point number 3. Here's point number 4. What is your it? What is your it? Is it your mind? Is it your sanity? Is it your relationship? Is it your health? Is it your job? Is it your schooling? Is it your education? Is it your brother, your sister, your mama, your dad? What is your it? He says, I'm getting it all back. And whatever it is, watch this, when he gives it to you, whether you like it or not, it's got to bless you. Okay, for those of you that can't sleep at night. If that's your it, he says, I'm not just going to give you sweet rest, but I'm allowing you to get sweet rest, and watch this, and sleep in a place where you're not bothered by no one else. Okay. This is not okay. He's going to give you or put you in a place where he says, if you can't sleep, I won't just give you sleep, I will give you rest. So when you do sleep, you wake up the next day feeling better than what you were before. Right. Some of us are napping at night. And you wake up frustrated. You wake up tired. You wake up, don't want to be bothered. It's nothing that they did to me. I didn't get proper rest. And if I didn't get proper rest, my day goes a little bit different. I may not want to be bothered by nobody. I may not want to talk to you. I may not have my coffee this morning. And for some reason, people started putting me as if I'm a bad person because I didn't get rest. So whatever it is, start speaking it. Be real with yourself. If you're petty, say, I'm petty. I want to lose that pettiness. I want to speak life and life more abundantly to people around me, whether I like them or not. My 2019 says that's it for you. Whether you like them or not, speak a blessing over them. Your enemy got to be your footstool. Means they got to stay close to you. If they stand close to you, watch this. If you're blessing them, even though they hate you, they still got to come back and bless you. It's got to come back. It is coming back. You just got to wait on it. This word all, somebody shout all. All. Let me give you the history on this word all. This says up to the fourth generation, there are blessings and blessings and blessings that pour down. So if you take your life, your mother's life, your grandmother's life, and your great-grandmother's life, that's 4 generations of blessings that they did not possess that's got to come back to you. Yeah. Ooh, you missed it right there. Some of y'all should have been happy of that. There's certain things there's certain land that grandmama had that I'm supposed to be getting. There's certain financial issues that they couldn't overcome that I got to overcome. Yeah. There's certain boundaries in relationships that they couldn't keep and they couldn't do that I got to possess and get back into my life. And the reason why it's got to come back to me, he says, because when I bring restoration down to the 4th generation, you have to be the evidence of what they couldn't finish. Yeah. You have to be the evidence of what they couldn't do. You have to be the evidence of where they couldn't go. I'm tired of staying in Montgomery, Alabama. I'm ready to go overseas. New York may be nice. California may be good. I may go to Destin, Florida, but I'm trying to get to Africa. I'm trying to get over there to Europe. Can I go over there? It may take a visa, but watch this. I got to go somewhere they've never been so I can come back and give my children what they never had. Woo! Woo! From here to there, forget you, whether you're catching it or not. You have to understand, you have to be the evidence of what they could not do. So when he says, I'm getting it all back, everything from Big Mama and Big Daddy that they could not do, I got to finish it. Yeah. But now that you want to get happy about it, let me tell you this. There's some burdens that you got to overcome with that too. Oh, okay. There's some issues of not being so messy with everybody else's business that you got to let go of too. Yes. There's some things in that life where they said, hey, this your dad or this might be your dad. I think that's your. There's some things that you may have to overcome because you may have slipped up too. I'm preaching to myself first, whether you believe it or not. I'm preaching to myself first. Getting it all back. Now let's break down all some more. The Father says, because I've seen where you've labored, because I've seen when you've gone through, because I've seen that you've done so much in your life, I gotta bless you back, but I'm gonna do it in detail. And I love this analogy about your taxes. I pray I'm speaking blessings over the IRS. They will open. They will restore. They will do what they need to. Trump will not stop this blessing for 20, because that's the real season. For all my sanctified saints, this is going to be my real season. Hey, you can build the wall, but as long as I get my taxes, baby, hey, I'm waiting on that. But it's funny how tax preparers ask certain questions. And they ask something like, well, if you were driving, what kind of mileage did you put on your car from last year? You may say, they'll give you kind of the configuration. Was it 17 to 20,000 miles? Was 20 to 25,000? How many miles did you put on your car? And I always thought that was so stunning. Why are you worried about my mileage? And I asked the tax preparer, they said, I want to make sure you get everything that's rightfully due you. Okay. You missed it. Here it is. For those people that I had to constantly pick up Monday through Friday and take them to work while I was being late, it's got to come back to me.
Okay.
When they didn't give me gas money.
All right.
Okay. So, let me give you another one. For those time frames that I still had to get this from this side of town and thinking that it was going to be there for me and it wasn't, I had to drive to the opposite side of town. I'm putting miles on my car. The time frame, I didn't have the finances to put gas in my car. But the Father says, because I got to give it all back, just give me an estimate of how many miles you put on your car so I can give it back to you in this year. You were heartbroken because you didn't have the gas in 2018, but in 2019, he's going to re-back up in your life to give you everything that you lost for driving down across town for somebody who didn't want to put gas in your car. For those of you that don't want to shout on that, hey, it is what it is. I'm trying to get everything that's rightfully due mine. And then they ask a couple questions. Let me say, hey, how is it that if you bought this from this store, do you keep your receipts? Well, yes, I keep my receipts. Oh, okay, so you spent $55 in Walmart. Okay, you spent $27 in Dollar General. Okay, cool. Oh, you went to Burlington and spent $72. Cool. Then they say, out of this, what was this used for? If it was for a business purpose, they'll say, hey, now we got to give you a percentage back of what you spent off in your everyday living. Could it be that the Father says everything that you think you lost back in 2018, I'm going to restore it back in 2019? I'm going to be so detailed with giving it all back to you. Let me go to the scripture because this is where it says, things are going to happen so fast your head will swim. One thing fast on the heels of the other, that means it's going to be back to back to back to back. One thing after another, one thing, and then you just going to start looking like, Lord, you bless me good. Lord, you bless me good. Oh, I got this relationship. Oh, I got restoration. Oh, I got peace of mind. Lord, I'm sleeping and I'm waking up late for work. Things are going to be happening back to back, and everywhere you look, blessings like wine pouring off mountains and hills. Let me explain this for a second. If you ever seen a mountain, you got to do what to it? You got to look up at the mountain. It sits up high. It's got places up there that I cannot even reach. He says, I'm going to let it flow down from the highest point down back into your life, which means it's going to fill up empty places. Y'all missing it. I pray you get it. He says, I'm getting it all back. This word back, and I missed it the last time, and I got clarification on it. This word back can be used as a similarity or synonym to the word again. The word again. Let me get into this part. It says, I'll make everything right again. We reading it, okay? I'm going to bring it up to par. I'll make everything that was so bad in your life clear up. Okay, that may not have been a good one. Okay. I'm going to put the finances back in your account again. Okay. Let me go down a bit further. I'm going to make sure your power stays on again. Okay. I'm going to make sure that food is on your table again. Okay. I'm going to make sure that gas is in your car again. I'm going to make sure that love comes to you again. But we got to, let's reverse for a second. Just give me 1 second. If he has to do it again, that means there was nothing there from the beginning. Okay. If he has to do it again, obviously there was a time and space that I didn't have it. And there was another time that I did have it. So he says, the time that you did have it, I'm going to fulfill the time you don't have it again. I'm going to love you again, which means I wasn't getting love at a certain point. Okay. Let me put it like this. I'm going to allow you to be prosperous again. Let's put it to the taxes, okay? I'm going to let you start your year off right financially again. That's why when we're speaking against things, talking about the IRS saying this, the president's that, no, we got to pray for our leaders. This is why this is important. Because if we're praying for them, the Father will touch their heart and he'll restore back again. Oh my goodness, that'll preach by itself. I'm preaching better than you listening. He says everything that you need will come back to you again. He said they'll rebuild their ruined cities. They'll plant vineyards and drink good wine. They'll work their gardens and eat fresh vegetables. Y'all missing this right here. They'll rebuild their ruined cities. This word again, going to the word back, is synonymous to each other. Here's the reason why. That means there was a city that was already yours. There was a place that was already established for you. He said, because you have lost it, or why here? Because Big Mama and them couldn't get it, he said, I'm going to restore it back to you again. Okay. What granddaddy could not get it because of his skin color, because we passed that barrier, I'm going to give it back to you, the rightful owner. But watch this. Here's the party. They'll plant vineyards and drink good wine. He said, once you possess this land and once you get back everything that's rightfully yours, you got to celebrate. You just don't get it and sit there. Anybody ever graduated from high school, college, anything? And the moment you graduated, you had your cap and gown on, everybody's taking pictures, and you got this piece of paper, this diploma, this degree, and everybody's just so happy about this. You now possess something. And the moment you leave your school, where do you go to? Celebrate. Ooh, you celebrate. You forget about all the F's you made, all the papers you cheated off of, all the class you skipped. You forget about all the teachers that said you couldn't read, all the PE coaches said you couldn't run. You forget about all that. You forget about the pain that you went through to get what you needed. So now you celebrate because you still overcame. He said, I'll plant vineyards and you'll drink good wine. This is the celebration, which means I forget who broke my heart. I forget who left me. I forget when I was broke, because it's all coming back to me. He said they'll work their gardens and eat fresh vegetables. That means I never starve. That's right. I'll never starve. I'll continually eat. And watch this. I won't just eat good food. I'll eat healthy food so I can stay alive a long time. Okay. Hey, I love a good sausage sandwich and fried pork chop with some hush peppers. Believe you me, I get it. But I can't live long off that. I'm going to need some fruits and some vegetables, some nuts and grains. I ain't forgot about the fast. Then I'm going to go into that in a minute. Don't think I let it slide, but I'm going to get to it in just a second. He said, when you eat, you will eat the best that there is in the land. The very best. Why is this? He said, because if I bless you, you got to live long enough to enjoy it. Don't just get a blessing where it's good for Friday. Give me a blessing that I can use on Monday. Don't just give me a blessing for Saturday night. Give me a blessing so when I do get on Saturday, when next Saturday comes, I can bless somebody else with that same storehouse. It's something about when he gives everything back to me, I have enough to give back to them. Now the law of giving has to apply to my life. Here's the reason why. Because when he blessed me with the abundance and I bless others, I'm still giving. The more I give, it's got to come back. You want scripture? Give and it shall be given back. Pressed down, shaken together, full and running over. I ain't empty no more. But watch this. And I'll plant them on their own land. Everybody want to buy hair, makeup, lashes, waist trainers, red bottoms, rims, speakers. I'm finna buy land. All right. Yeah. All my 2019 people, I love you. I want a Maserati. I want a Porsche. I want a BMW. But I'm finna buy some land. Yes. Because when I buy land, I want you to watch this. Now I can start businesses that I ain't got to work. Somebody got to come to me and say, how much for this plot of land that I can pay you? Now watch this. I'm going back to the law of giving. Here it is. He said, they'll rebuild their ruined cities. You go back into your communities and you go back to your friends and family and say, now that I have this land and you do hair, let's get you a hair shop. You're missing your blessing. He said, because when I give it back to you, you're the one that will be the evidence to bring everything back to life. That right there is good stuff. That is what we're to be expecting in this season. The newness of his glory. He said, there, and I'll plant them on their own land. When you have land, you have power. Yes. Don't get it twisted. I love nice cars. I like nice outfits. I love good shoes. I like eating good meals. But when you have land, you have rightful, you have some strong ownership. Yes, you can buy whatever you want to buy. But if I buy some land, now I make money for myself. I don't expect nothing in the kingdom to look like it's in poverty. He said, my house has many mansions. If your house got a mansion, I thought a mansion was bigger than a house. Obviously, you got a pretty big house. Which means you had land to put that house on. You keep renting if you want to. That's cool. Start praying. I'm going to own some land. I'm going to own some commercial property. Because it's time for you to get back everything that was rightfully yours. Can somebody just shout hallelujah right there? Hallelujah. They'll never again. That's that word again. I'm at the very bottom. They'll never again be uprooted. Can I use these points? I heard y'all talking about the points setters this morning. We're finna take these out. I think Christmas time is over. Hallelujah. But this poinsettia is planted in a smaller pot, smaller vase. And with most plants, from what I know with most plants, it'll only grow as big as the pot that you'll put it in. This is some of y'all pot. This is other people's pot. I'm trying to get to this pot.
Yeah.
I'll say it again, okay? There's some of y'all pots, some of y'all think too small.
All right.
I'm renting, I may be behind with this, that, and the third. I don't care about that. My father said he's going to give it all back to you. So all back to you. So everything that you think you couldn't get, start speaking that I'm getting. I'm going to have it and hold it. So now your faith increases to a bigger pot, which means my roots spread out a little bit more. As my roots are spreading out a little bit more, now my tree can grow up a little bit higher. Woo-hoo-hoo. Now watch this. Now you're not just renting, you just bought your first house. You own your new car and it's paid off. But now I want to get to a new level of faith, because a lot of times us as the African American community think that because we bought our house and we bought our car and things that are intact, we've arrived. No. When I buy some land, my roots have spread on out some more. My tree grows a little bit taller. And now people have to come to me and say, how much can I put on your land? How much can you sell me for this? Now my roots have spread out more. But watch this. You missed the whole tree. He said because he will rebuild cities. This city that we're building is our community. It's our household. It's our families. It's our relationship. He will rebuild them, which means it had to be destroyed. Some of y'all trying to hold on to some things that he's trying to destroy. He can't rebuild it if you're still holding on. Let me write this. You're trying to hold on to something that God says, let me get rid of this for you. So when I mold it and make it and shape it, it fits perfectly backward in your life. But you're trying to say to the Lord, don't let him leave. Lord, don't let me be myself. It might be good for you to be by yourself to see who you are in him. So he can be God for you. How can it be a provider and you got it? So now that your roots have spread even further in this bigger pot, God says, hey, that just ain't good enough. I got to plant you out on your own land. So when you do grow pie, you provide fruit for others. Now people are eating off your tree.
Yes. Amen.
Oh, my Father. He says they'll never again. Somebody shout again.
Again.
They'll never again. Somebody shout again.
Again.
Be uprooted from the land I've given them. You will never be plucked up from the pot that he put you in.
That's right.
Even though it may be a smaller pot, watch this. He says, I want you here for a reason. So your roots can mature.
Yes.
I want to place you here in this pot just for a second. So as you grow, your roots get the proper nutrients that's needed for you to grow bigger and better than what you were before. So when we rebuild these cities and you celebrate, you don't lose yourself and everybody else from your blessing.
That's right.
It's easy to lose yourself once you got it. People say, man, they start acting funny when they got some money. They know it wasn't him.
That's right.
They missed it. They'll never be. Let me put this right here. You'll never be uprooted from the land that he's given you. He's already got land for you.
Yes, he does. Yes, he does.
He's already got a place set up for you. Why? Because what granddaddy and grandmama couldn't do, what mom and daddy couldn't do, you're going to be the evidence in doing and finishing.
Amen.
It is finished.
Yes.
I'm going to say it again. It is finished. What is finished? Whatever it is.
Yes.
Depression, it is finished. Financial obligations that I can't seem to override, it is finished. All these relationships that's coming in and out, hey stranger, how you doing? Don't know if we want to be friends, if you want to be out here with me or not. It is finished. Everybody can't be with you on the top.
Exactly.
Sometimes being on top will cause you to be lonely sometimes. Sometimes being at the top will cause you to lose some friends. Because not everybody knows how to handle the pressure that you have. Not everybody can handle the financial obligations that you got to deal with. I'm trying to get to a place where I got to pay somebody to keep my money intact. You missed it because I got so much of it, my head is swimming from left to right. And I don't want to mess it up. So if you think I'm too cocky about it, watch this. You can keep your couple thousands. If my father's house has many mansions, he had billions.
Okay. Yes. Yes.
That's the level of what all of us are. It's a process. It takes time. It may cause some sleepless nights. The crucifixion was a brutal thing that happened. Let's break this down. The crucifixion was at a place where from time to time to time, every person that was on his side, every person that supported him, every person that loved him could not help him while he carried that cross by himself. They could not jump in and say, my Savior, my Lord, let me help you. He had to walk that thing by himself. It could be a moment in time when you got to walk some things by yourself. Not everybody can carry your cross. Not everybody can go through what you've gone through. Not everybody can say, peace, be still. Why is that so important? Here it is. While the storm is going on, my Savior was asleep. While everything was going haywire in my life, my master was asleep. So if he was asleep in the midst of my storms, Father, can you move over? Father, can you please move over? Can I just wrap myself around you for a quick second? Because everything in my life seems to be coming down. Everything in my life seems to be falling apart. But if you could just slide over so I can wrap up with you, God. Everybody can't walk the same walk that you do. You were created for certain things. When he said he'll rebuild your cities, there's a city with your name on it. Woo, woo. He'll plant vineyards with good wine, which means when we're celebrating the blessings. No matter my past, no matter what I've done, no matter what I used to do, leave that back there. Because I'm pressing on towards the mark that my Father has given me.
Oh, yes.
And we're going to eat good.
Yes.
They'll work their gardens and eat fresh vegetables. Not old vegetables. I'm talking about fresh out the ground, freshly washed off like Big Mama used to do and place it right there on the countertop. The fresh plucked peas that you do on the porch, when you just slide them off real quick, it's fresh fruits.
Oh, yes.
The very best for his children. When you understand that you deserve the best, everybody can't be in your life. Everybody can't be in your corner. Because there are certain things that he's given me that everybody can't take part in. He said, and I'll plant them on their own land. This is your ownership. This is where everything that he's given to you comes all the way back. Here it is. If I'm getting it all back, I want you to take very close attention to this. If I'm getting it all back, everything that's rightfully mine has to be set in order. Everything that's rightfully mine has to be set in a specific place. Here's the reason why. If it's out of order and out of place, it's going to make me doubt and wonder who he is. So he says, I have it all set and laid out for you. Anybody been to a restaurant and they laid the food out for you? Everything looks so pretty. All you had to do was sit down and eat. Thank you, Daddy. He prepares the table before me in the presence of my haters. It's laid out. You'll never be uprooted from the land that he's given you. God, your God. God, my God. God, our God, says so. When he says it, it's done. When he says it, it is finished. When he says it, the devil himself cannot come into it. And even if he does, he'll be just like he said to Job. How is it that Job, when it bothers this person, and you place the hedge of protection all around? He recognizes your glory. I may have messed up, but because I'm so close to my Father, because I'm so close to the Master, the devil himself still got to get permission before he comes to me. The devil himself needs permission before he comes to you. Because when he saw you, he saw your Father. In the beginning, he created you in his image. He created you God-like. So now we're in a place that everything that's mine got to come back. It's got to come back. Hallelujah. I'm getting it all back. There's a period behind every one of them. I'm is you. Recognize who you are in him. Getting, to have and to hold. It, whatever it is. Your health, your wealth, your finances, your relationships, whatever it is. All that's going back to the generations. Grandmama and granddaddy, big mama and big daddy, and everything that they once had is got to come back. Amen. And when he says come back, that's that word again. Somebody shout again. Again. I'm going to be blessed again. I'm going to be healed again. I'm going to be happy again. I'm going to be strong again. I'm going to stand firm again. I'm going to trust him again. I'm going to love him again. I'm going to praise him again. I'm going to worship again. Every time there was an again, the Father stepped in my situation and he did something new within my life where every time I didn't have, he provided again. Again. He did it again. He did it again. He did over and over and over. Once and once again when I didn't think he was going to come. He came in. Again, when I thought I was lonely. He came in. Woo! Woo, Lord. So many times where I should have been dead and gone. So many times I should have just been left by myself. So many times I just thought I couldn't make it. And he did it again and again and again and again. My cup runneth over. I am getting it all back. I am getting it all back. I am getting it all back. No matter what it is, I am getting it all back. And what's so crazy about this? Because people may sit there and say, I know your story. You really don't know my story. So every time I say I'm getting it all back, watch this. It's what he's telling me for the future.